Well, it's back. We're at the beginning of August, and normally that starts the hurricane season. In Florida, we mostly don't get the hurricanes till September, October for the most part, but you might get a couple tropical storms here and there in August. It's been very dry, very hot. So we're going to talk about 5 ways on how you can maximize your hurricane damage insurance claim today. So my name is Mike Keeler. I'm a licensed public adjuster in Florida. So I haven't made a video in about a month. I just needed to take a break and recharge my batteries. I had a couple small vacations and just need some time off. So here's 5 things that you should do always for your hurricane claim. Now these are new ideas, kind of out of the box, the beginning, but these are my ideas on the hundreds of hurricane claims I've handled, and especially the one where a lot of fraud took place by insurance companies, Hurricane Ian. The dirty, dirty playbook these insurance companies used on people and are still using. There's still cases 3 years later that are still pending in court. So these are the best to do to help your claim, especially when you have bigger ticket items like a roof, fence, cabinets, floors, and it's going to help your overall claim. So we're going to talk about these things. So here are some things that I would do based on Hurricane Ian and all the issues people had, the thousands and thousands of claims people had throughout the state of Florida, the way insurance companies treated people. Um, Pre-hurricane, if you have to evacuate, if you stay home, no matter what, I would photo every room of the house and exterior and also video. All right. You want to get close up and multiple photos of the big ticket items. So your roof, cabinets, floors, doors, exterior doors, any expensive doors you may have, the garage door, fence, pool cage. In the pool cage, there's usually limits in Florida on your policy or not covered at all. Again, these insurance companies, so many things against people you have no idea. So after the hurricane, believe it or not, you don't have to have anything really sophisticated. One of these small little drones that I think you can get them for like $100 now. It's extremely beneficial. Not only to show the roof of your house, but to take video and or photos with the drone of your whole neighborhood, house after house after house, because that actually can be used into evidence. All right. I'm sure if it ends up in a lawsuit, the other side may try and argue to keep that stuff out, but it's going to show the tremendous damage that happened to your house and to the neighbor's house. If you don't have a drone, maybe you're elderly, don't know how to work it, maybe there's a neighbor, but if you're close to a couple neighbors, I would designate somebody to have a drone because we get hurricanes on such a regular basis. These things are huge, and I don't think we use them enough for these storms to show the type of damage that people have. Don't forget, like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos. So let's get into number 3. I would have a pre-qualified list of contractors, a water mitigation company in your area, a roofing company, obviously public adjuster and or attorneys, okay? People that can do debris removal. And when I come back to the roofers, people do tarping. Because as we saw in Hurricane Ian, there's a lot of shysters. Well, I guess I shouldn't use that word, but a lot of contractors that came from out of state that tried taking advantage of people. And they'll walk in house to house and saying, hey, I'll do this. And then they put a tarp on, and a week later, the tarp blows off and you can't find them. So, this is a good little way before to get yourself prepared prior to the hurricane, to have a list of people that you would like to communicate with after a storm to see if they can help you. So if you're one of those DIY people that think you can handle the insurance company and handle your own claim and so on and so forth, um, know these few things. And this DIY is how you can possibly maximize your claim if you're going to try and do it yourself. I don't recommend it these days for a lot of reasons. So the majority of these adjusters are going to be from out of state. So they're not really going to care. It's what the insurance companies are telling them to do. If you remember or during Hurricane Ian, several companies, you've probably seen lately in the House, where Allstate and State Farm had to answer questions about why they changed estimates. Heritage and a bunch of other companies were doing the same thing. An adjuster would have an estimate, they would lower it, or the adjuster would lower it after speaking to the insurance company. So 90% of these guys are going to write lowball estimates. I would also video their entire inspection. Now, behind here, it just says that the amount of lawsuits from Hurricane Ian, from people not getting paid and partially paid, was very, very large. Hundreds of thousands of lawsuits that occurred. So, unfortunately, the insurance company, when it comes to claims, they're just in Florida, they're just absolutely terrible. So let's talk about number 5, which I call the waiting game and how you can maximize your claim. So we're going back to, if you decide to do it yourself, just know a few things. So number 1, it's normally probably going to take longer for you to settle your claim. You're going to be more frustrated, and you're going to end up hiring someone anyhow. However, let me put a big asterisk mark here. Please pay attention to this. The laws in Hurricane Ian are far different than what they are now. So this, if you wait and decide, well, let me hire somebody later, you're going to run into a lot of issues. And a lot of public adjusters and attorneys probably will not end up wanting to take your case because of the way the laws have changed. So going back to the DIY crew, you want to do it yourself. If you don't have a payment in 30 days, I would start looking to hire a public adjuster and attorney. So the 5th tip is really, you can go through the waiting game, try to manipulate everything, have the insurance company manipulate you, but my recommendation is to hire somebody from the start. And that's how you're going to be able to maximize your claim. Now, here's some of my final thoughts. So, as I was mentioning, in 2023, the laws changed drastically. There's no way I would take a chance in handling a claim myself. Attorney fees are no longer paid for by insurance companies. Like a car accident, they will be taken from your settlement, whether it's 33 1/3 or 40%. Do the math. $100,000, attorney's going to get $40,000. There's no more bad faith. This is huge. So insurance companies can treat you as bad and crappy as they wish, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. During Hurricane Ian, we had an avenue for bad faith. There still is bad faith, but you have to go to trial, get a judgment against the insurance company, and then you can potentially move forward with a bad faith lawsuit against them. Before, you didn't need to have to go through. There are certain situations where your case could settle and you would still have a bad faith case against the insurance company. No more. All right. So this is gone. The DIY crowd, you're facing many roadblocks from changing of the laws when it comes to roof damage, matching statute, right? Matching floors, matching cabinets, proving your claim, time frames, the legal part of it. It's a nightmare right now. And believe it or not, a lot of public adjusters and a lot of attorneys have closed their doors because of the change of the laws. So if you're one of these stubborn people that think you don't need help, then what I would do is get a contractor to send you to that gives you the estimate, and you could send that to the insurance company. So let's just say there's a roof and you get an estimate from a roofing company. You send that in. Okay. Please note this though. Once you submit an estimate, you are locked in. Well, why does that matter? Well, it matters tremendously because if we have a hurricane of, let's say, September 1st, okay, you get an estimate October 1st for a new roof, and your claim doesn't settle for months. Let's say it doesn't settle until the following October, which I'd be surprised if it even settles then, of the following year. Those prices change based on demand and supply. So the insurance company, it is extremely difficult for you to now say, no, that's not the price. Once they see this price of something, it's tough to get them to change their mind, and if it's something more expensive. So be careful with sending a contract in, or an estimate in from a contractor. The ramifications could hurt you later on. Okay, so that wraps it up. Hopefully there were a few helpful things in here for you. Again, my name is Mike Keeler. I'm a public adjuster in the state of Florida. If you have any questions or need help with a claim, this is my contact information. Thanks for watching this video.